It's a trap. That product data you're looking at in that parentage, it's got some nuances. I'll tell you what it means. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a product that I am about to replicate or launch. So this is a Sage smudge kit. We have a brand name called Age of Sage, and we're launching additional things. And so one of the things I want to sell is literally Sage. And so with that in mind, we're looking at a competitor who does quite well for themselves. You can see they've got multiple variations from 3 all the way up to 100 units in a kit. They're all FBA. Optimized listings for the most part, although no photos of humans. I do think that would be a good way to increase the conversion rates. But great reviews. Check those reviews out. So when you pull up your Helium 10, Jungle Scout, or whatever data set you're using, you will notice one key component. They all share the same BSR. The BSR is the business sales ranking, if I could put my cursor on this correctly, and it doesn't include sponsored listings, of course. And this basically indicates the way that tools use to estimate the sales volume of a listing. So what does that cause? How does that matter? Well, as you scroll to the right here, again, you see the BSR is shared on the parentage. So if I was about to launch this product and I saw, oh my gosh, check out this data, you can get $306,000 a month. And we look at it and we see, oh, the variation that's doing the best is got to be the 100 unit version, right? Wrong. The BSR is shared on this listing, and I guarantee you that the listing that has 1,900 units being sold is actually the 3-pack, not the 100-pack. When you look at the data again, you can see that the 3-pack has the least amount of revenue, coming in at $13,000. It is unfortunately not possible to estimate the sales velocities of these other variations on a parentage listing that shares the same BSR. Back in the day, we're talking 2 years ago or so, Amazon made a change so that parentages would share the same BSR. I actually don't know why they made that change, but I do know the consequences of that change, and that means that your data set becomes suspect. So the way that you tell which SKU is the one that has the actual BSR ranking, the accuracy, is by looking up the product. So to do this, so the way that you would figure this out is by taking a core keyword from the listing. So I'm going to do here, Sage Smudge Sticks. I'm going to go over to Amazon. I'm going to type this in, and whichever organic listing variation shows up first, the 3-pack did, that is basically almost a guarantee that the 3-pack has the 1,900 units in sales. That is because it has the highest conversion rate. Therefore, Amazon is going to showcase that version of the product first. In other instances where this is less obvious, right? So if we go to my Monster brand store, and I'm going to scroll down to one of my bigger parentages with I'm Not Drinking Alone. This is my formerly #1 wine glass on Amazon, organic rank, until February of 2021. They banned the ads. Nope, never got it back online. Amazon got a little woke with this social distancing thing. So they literally banned things like that from ads. In any case, as you can see here, if we run the same data set, the BSR is again the same, 1,900. I used to be in the top 5,000. Unfortunately, that will never recover. And in here, you can estimate the revenue, right? All coming in at $3,100 a month. So what you could do to ascertain and figure out which of my listings has the highest sales of the group would be to do something very similar. You'd type something in like Monster Funny Wine Glass and see which variation shows up first. So in this case, the Winos showed up. Now, in my instance, Winos is not the #1 seller on this parentage, but it is one of the more top sellers. So it's not a perfect way to test this. It's not a litmus test in that sense, but you can test this with various different keywords, right? So, and this particular parentage is probably not the easiest one to ascertain it from. But on the Sage version, it's very easy because all of the products would rank for that same keyword. So when you're looking at your various different parentages, keep that in mind. It depends on how the parentage is structured, what keyword vernacular is shared amongst them, will affect how to verify which of the SKUs is the top seller. So what does that mean about the rest of them? Does that mean that, okay, the top seller's got 1,300 units, but the other ones have what? Well, there's no way to tell. In reality, it's probably going to be something like this: 1,900 units on the best seller, probably less than 50% of that on the second seller, and then the third seller will go down to 20% of that. The fourth seller will go down to 10% of that, 5 and less than 5, most likely in this instance. So if you were to take that same math, right? So if we go pull out the old calculator and we try to run our own guesstimation, and we know that this sells for $160 there, and we were to times that by, well, first of all, what we're going to do is 1918 times 0.05. Let's get 5%, right? Well, that didn't work. Let's try that again. 1918 times 0.05, so 95. So let's assume that there's somebody out there buying 100 sticks a month. I find that very hard to believe, but let's just assume that the math checks out. Times that by the 159.99, and there you go, 15,000 in revenue. So when you calculate it this way, you can see 15,000 revenue on the top 100 version of this, and about 13,000 revenue on the 3 version of this. That kind of gives you a better handle on what is more likely the truth of the matter. In reality, if I had to be a guessing man, I bet you, if we look at their stock levels, try to add this to cart, and we try to maximize this. It won't let me do more than 30, but let's see if I can hit add to cart. We'll go over to the cart here, and we're going to try and put the item package up to $9.99 and hit update here. You can see that there's 62 of these in stock. Well, what do I tend to do? I tend to put 2 months of supply at Amazon, but you can get away with as little as 5 weeks. So in reality, I bet you this sells somewhere around 20 to 30 units a month. So again, we run that calculator. Let's just say 25, 159 times 99, and then your true revenue of that particular SKU is 4,000. Now, mind you, go back to the root data here. If you didn't know better and you made your decisions based on the BSR, you would have assumed, oh my gosh, I need to make 1,900 sets of this 100 quantity unit package, and I'm going to generate, $500,000 on this listing. You would be in for a very, very sore surprise, because in reality, you're only going to do about $4,000 on the 100 SKU limit. That is, of course, if you're replicating your competition's sales velocities in full force. That, of course, is not even guaranteed. So hopefully you found this helpful. I think this is one of the most common mistakes that people make when they do their product research. This actually became a debate between me and one of my employees, which is why I shot this video, to kind of explain it and help them understand it. Showed my own data, how my own parentage relates to the matter, and proved it for once and all. So this is a very firm belief set on my side that you cannot estimate anything except the top ranked product in a parentage with any certainty of any kind. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. For more videos on parentage, click on this video series. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything at all. I try and answer all of my questions and give you as much value as I can in the Amazon community.